Then the final one is the internal audit, which is our office where we assess the effectiveness of risk management, governance, and internal controls. As I indicated, when we assess the risk, we look at budgeted revenues and expenditures in each agency, department, and division. We look at when the last audit was based on section 3.119 of the Wayne County Home Rule Charter, requires AG to audit financial transactions of county agencies at least once every 2 years or otherwise directed by the county commission. Where we asked each department elected officials to assess their risk was complexity of operation. This is the difficulty in meeting a business program objective and responsibly performing a process or function. The other area was outside interest and public exposure. This is a measure of exposure to loss or embarrassment caused by a level of visibility or public interest shown by outside parties such as news media, citizens groups, general public. Next one is regulatory compliance. This is the existence and applicability of external laws, regulations, contractual reporting requirements that could increase the complexity of system requirements and therefore the opportunity for non-compliance. Third area is management employee turnover and reduction in staff, an assessment resulting from the turnover of management and or staff within the last 2 years. The lack of experienced management or staff or a reduction in staff can impede achieving performance of the objectives within the organization. Then the last area of risk to be identified is in the control environment. It's a measure of exposure or loss due to lack of controls, including but not limited to policies and procedures or failure to implement those policies and procedures and practices.
Can I interrupt you for a quick second? Overall, I don't want to get too far off of this, but relative to management employees turnover, reduction in staff, can you just generally from a macro point of view mention how we're looking just generally?
Sure. Even within our office at one time made 18 auditors. We currently have 9 full-time, 1 part-time, but we're finding throughout the county, including our office, it's hard to not only to attract personnel, but to retain personnel, that's why the commission has established the task force to look at benefits and salaries. But I think, we have some positions within the county are very high level right now that we don't have filled, including your CFO, your division director of financial reporting, I believe budget director. There is an interim budget director right now, but it's important that we have these positions, as many positions in the county filled so that we can achieve the mission of the county. But then not being able to attract and retain contributes to the problem.
Thank you.
As I indicated, we sent out in November the questionnaire to all elected officials and department heads, asking them to complete their assessment and send it back to us. We look at this as a way that we can work with all the elected officials and department heads to help them, not as, don't to be afraid if an auditor is coming in. We want to work together as a team. If you identify an area that you believe is risk to you that may keep you up at night, if we come in and look at your controls that are in place, we can probably identify controls that need to be enhanced or strengthened to prevent something from happening in the future. So we want to work, we've always tried, since I've been here at least, trying to work with departments that, we can work as a team and identify the risk in the county. So we sent out the questionnaires. I want to thank Darcel Brown and Janelle Allen and Eddie Ficori. They were instrumental in helping us get the questionnaires back. We actually received our final risk assessment, I think it was Saturday at 7:00 at night. So thank Darcel and Eddie Ficori for getting the last 3 to us on Friday and Saturday. So we're able to complete the risk assessment and get the audit plan to you. That's why you didn't have it on Friday like I normally like to send the reports up, because we're finishing it up. So the next slide. The noted concerns that we identified in the risk assessments that were provided by the county officials was, as we indicated, the retention of personnel, the competitive salaries, the outdated computer systems, and policies and procedures needed to be reviewed and updated. The plan that you have in front of you is based on 35,650 engagement hours, includes 51 engagements. We know we cannot complete 51 engagements, but these are the engagements we believe have risk to the county. And sometimes you may start an engagement because of something going on within that area. You need to stop. So at least it gives us an opportunity to move to another engagement, then come back to that engagement. Our goal is to complete at least 20 projects this year. Some of the highlighted proposed engagement is the parking garage. Grants we're finding is an area that we believe needs to have some audit activity, because if we're not completing reimbursements to the granting agencies, there's a possibility of losing grant funds, and we don't want to do that. So we want to make sure that all expenditures are being reviewed and submitted timely. The emergency rental program. We're currently in the process of looking at sole source contracts, the DPS road crew hotline. Another one is jail inmate telephone services. You look on page, I believe it starts on page 10 of the report. We have a list of all the engagements that are on our audit plan. The type of engagements on the plan are performance engagements, our limited review engagements of the standalone financial statements, our annual comprehensive financial report budget sensitive review that is done prior to the budget season, input for budget hearings, monitoring external audit contract, and status updates of outstanding recommendations. Some types of engagements are the performance, agreed upon procedures. This is where we haven't agreed with management. Management has asked us to perform procedures. A consulting engagement, special projects, and then our financial assessments. That completes our presentation of our audit plan. As I indicated, we currently have 9 full-time, 1 part-time. We are having 1 individual, Mike Snowski, our audit manager. He's retiring on Tuesday. We interviewed somebody on Friday. Hopefully we'll be able to bring that person on board quickly. And we still have, I think, 2 vacancies. That completes my presentation.
Get a motion to receive and file? Go ahead, Mr. Kleen. Commissioner Kleen.
Yeah, wonderful. Thank you, Mr. Chair. You mentioned is it software? What do you
No,
need?
it's the county's ERP system, the financial ledger, the general ledger for the county.
Oh, it's not the
We've been
system
saying
you have in
yeah,
your
no,
office.
no,
It's
our
the
office.
county system.
The county system, yes.
Okay. We're working on that, I hear.
Yes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Anything further? I'm still old school. Anything further from commissioners' comments, questions? Commissioner Dobb?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Marcy, how do you prioritize the items that you are going to audit on your list?
It's primarily based on the risk assessments that are completed by the elected officials and the department heads and our leadership team within the office. Based on our knowledge of the county, we try and rank the risk based on high, medium, and low.
Thank you.
Shows on this high-tech screen here that the motion is made by Commissioner Clark Coleman to receive and file. Is that correct? Oh, 2 requests to speak. Okay, I got it. Got it. Okay, just trying to get used to it. Would you like to speak, Commissioner Coleman?
Mike Sinowski, one of our audit division managers.
Mike is leaving
Yes, he's retiring.
at the end of the month, did you say?
And his last day was the 31st. Will be the 31st.
No, you said that he's leaving when?
January 31st.
Oh, January 31st. And you have interviewed someone?
But we have somebody within our office we've identified to replace Mike as a division manager, and we've interviewed somebody for a lower position.
So you're gonna use someone, you're gonna elevate someone?
Yes. Yes.
And then you're going to have to fill that position.
Correct. We
And you
always
had-
try to backfill internally if we can.
So you've already interviewed someone and you've got
Yes.
someone you think
Mhm.
will take the job?
We believe so. We're going to speak with her some more on it, but I think she was a very good candidate and fit for the office.
That's good. And so how many short are you now?
2, I think it is. 2.
Which is still way short of the 18 we used to have. Anything further? Okay, so can I get a motion to receive and file? Motion is by Irma Clark Coleman, second by Melissa Dobb, as it looks on here. All those in favor? Oh, it shows it on here. That's good. I got a vote. Can you show me how to vote on this computer versus iPad? Wasn't me, it was a screen. Screen said something isn't right. Getting used to. We just do a verbal yes for me. Madam Clerk,
Motion carried.
thank you. Okay, anything further? Nothing further.
F, such other matters as may be properly submitted before the committee.
There are none. Next item, Madam Clerk.
Public comments.
Is there anybody from the public who'd like to comment? Anybody from the public that would like to comment? Last and final time. Is there anybody from the public who'd like to comment? Okay, next item, Madam Clerk.
Adjournment.
Can I get a motion, one way or the other? Been moved and supported. All those in favor?
Aye.